Yeah, welcome, Mama Faba.
Yeah, that's Rush.
Yeah, they was so right.
Yeah, I, ho- I hope everybody is well.
Mm.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here. Yeah, here.
Very well.
Yeah, thank God. Today is another day.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ghana there.
Yeah,
Some of
welcome.
Bejo. And some of Ghana Bejo.
Yeah. So far as in Kofu, Yenya
Mania just said the countdown is ticking, man. Till the 17th. I can't wait.
Okay, so that's what we are going to start with then. Since our boss, we are going to start with that.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we have one person in the comment section saying giving us good evening, Rash and your team. Yeah, Big Phil. Evening.
Big Phil, good evening.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to join.
He hasn't said so yet. Okay,
No,
anybody who wants to join should request. I'll put the link in the comment section, so the person can tap on the link and just join the like. Yeah. So, Big Phil, shout outs to you, please. And please, do you guys have anything to say to the audience before we start? Madam Angie.
I would just want to say hi to them, and thanks for joining us. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Kwame.
Yeah, we just want to say thank you for them taking their time to listen to us. We really, really appreciate them. You know, we all have Mother Ghana at heart. So, taking your time just to listen in to us, and then just, if you can, contribute your thoughts, it'll be great. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Ben.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm Uncle Ben. You can call me the Highlander. I believe the views expressed in the program are our individual views. It doesn't represent any group or the government. It's just us airing our views on topics, and that's where it ends. So nobody should take us on or the presenter on. It's just our own views. That's all I have to take. And thanks to everyone for joining or listening to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so anybody who wants to join the conversation, just tap on the link I've pasted in the comment section, and we'll bring you into the studio to join. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Like, and please, the most important thing, please share the video so it goes viral. That's one thing you can do to support. So, like I said, we are going to start with Mr. Dr. Hassan Ayariga. Yeah, giving the Igbo king up to 17th of next month, right? That's 2 weeks. Yeah. Let's say like in 2 weeks time. So the countdown have started. Let me start with you, Mr. Kwame. Do you side with Dr. Hassan Ayariga? And secondly, do you think the Igbo king will adhere to what he's, telling him to?
All right. Raj, I side 100% with Mr. Ayariga. This Igbo king has rubbed our faces in the mud for too long. He's been so
Okay,
arrogant. You know,
please
yeah, go
hold
on.
on. Let me, Mr. Charles, welcome to the platform.
Yeah, yeah, good evening to you
So,
all,
Mr.
Brother
Charles,
Raj.
just
Good evening, Mr.
Hey,
Charles.
yeah,
hi.
yeah.
Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
hi. Ah, very fine.
Long time no
It's been
see.
a while. It's been a while. I hope
Yes,
everything is
yes.
well.
Oh, everything is fine by the grace. Only that
Okay.
work schedule sometimes is really difficult.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
okay.
Yeah,
Good to hear your
All
voice.
right.
yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, Mr.
Mhm.
Kwame.
All right, yeah, Mr. Raj. So, like I was saying,
Mm-hmm.
that Igbo man has been on Ghanaian soil for way too long. We've allowed him, because he's taken our kindness and our humbleness as like a weakness, trying to rub our face in the mud. Anytime somebody brings something to confront him, instead of him having the gumption to shut up, this man will try to come and give a rebuttal, try to come and prove something. You understand? This guy is still parading himself around as if he's somebody. Meanwhile, like Mr. Ayariga did on Friday, the Constitution, our chieftaincy acts, and everything prohibits anybody from assuming the role or even parading as a chief, let alone a king. You understand? This guy deliberately used that title as an advantage to meet our leaders in high and low places, just to use those pictures and stuff like that to dupe people. You understand? Look at this poor Turkish man. That Turkish man will have nothing to do with this Igbo criminal if he wasn't convinced with the pictures he saw on the man's wall, the
Mm-hmm.
pictures, and the man assuming he's a king. So even if you see the correspondence between the Turkish man and him, you see that he addresses him as king, king, king. Meanwhile, he's
Yes.
nobody. You understand? You are using the name to dupe people, and that is a criminal offense. You understand? That's number one. Number two, why is it that he cannot keep his mouth shut?
And always has to
Gamacha.
come and respond to issues.
Exactly. The first time Mr. Ayariga came to announce that he had gotten him arrested, the following day he came to give, oh, I wasn't arrested. The NIB came to the NIB invited me and I went there. I went to give my state. You understand? Why can't you just simply shut up?
Mhm.
Gamanche said, don't host No Yam Festival. He doesn't, and then you have to come and give a rebuttal that, oh, I even canceled it. I didn't even send any. This is Garmancher's letter here. I didn't even send it. So Garmancher's lying. How can you do that? You understand? Why doesn't he have that, that gumption to shut up, to know when to speak and know when to shut up? You see? And then
then
this,
Otu's funeral also.
exactly, always come to give a rebuttal. And then this arrogance of dressing pompously like a clown, walking like somebody who's somebody. Meanwhile, you're a criminal, you're a charlatan. You're not supposed to use that name, you're not supposed to use that title, that king title. But meanwhile, you are using it to dupe and defraud people, which is a crime. So I 100% agree with Mr. Ayariga. We do not want this guy on Ghanaian soil. Let him move. He can take his house with him if he wants. Let him take his wife and his children with him. We don't care. If he wants, he can dig up his house, take it to Nigeria with him. We don't care. We don't want anything to do with that man in Ghana anymore. And if he chooses not to leave, as for that one, nobody can determine or predict the reaction of Mr. Ayariga and his boys. Nobody can determine, because they have the rights, like the Constitution states. If there's a law and the law is not being enforced by the government, the citizens have the right to enforce that law. So
So,
whichever way we enforce it. Nobody should blame us. Thank you very much. Let my fellow panelists come in.
Okay, but let me ask you real quick. Do you think
Right.
he will listen to the warning or the countdown he's been given? Do you
That's
believe
man
he's
about
going to?
listening.
The arrogance of this man, he won't listen. I know he won't listen. If the immigration and the police don't stand firm and say, listen, my man, you've crossed all the lines. You've crossed all the red lines. The Ghanaians do not want you living amongst us anymore. I think you go for about 2 years, leave Ghana for some time and let things cool down. I hope he listens, because if he doesn't listen, nobody can determine whatever reaction we take. Thank you, Rash.
All right, thank you very much. All right, before Madam Angie, you come in, let me read this comment. So we have a comment from Michael Herbert. He says, "We thank Dr. Ayariga and Hassan Ayariga. God bless you. You are next president of Ghana. It's only
Of
Mahama
course.
will admit him because of corruption." Oh yes, okay. That's coming from Michael Herbert. And then we have Sophia. Sophia says, "What's up? Any new news about this Chukudi?" Okay. So the latest news is he's been given on the 17th of next month to leave the country by Dr. Hassan Ayariga. So that's what we are looking forward to. Yeah. So Angie, please come in.
Yes. Yes, Rash. Yeah, I support Dr. Ayariga. Yeah, he has been a pillar of Ghana, and I respect his decisions. I believe he will not do anything that would cause a distraction for Ghana. He is the only one pushing for the betterment of Ghana, so why not? So in my opinion, we should let him do what is right for Ghana, since the country is disorganized. The Igbo king or Igbo man always contradicts himself. Yes, and such people are very wicked. He's a liar, and it's hard to, get him to admit the truth. What I don't like about this man is how very arrogant he is. He always finds a way to justify himself. So must he come out and talk about everything he sees, whilst people don't talk about everything they see? He is a liar, and people like him are difficult to deal with. So for me, Dr. Ayariga is doing the right thing. He wants the betterment of Ghana, because since these people started coming to Ghana, you see, Ghana has changed. We are not feeling happy with them in our own country. We don't feel comfortable with them. Every day, Nigerians have done this. Every day, Nigerians have killed somebody. Every day, Nigerians, 300 people have done this, have done that. And they will come out and say we should, the law should deal with the bad ones. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. We don't pay our police people to, work on Nigerians every day. So it is better for them to go back home. Yeah. So Chukudi has to go. He has to leave the country. I heard his wife is both Igbo and Ghanaian. So if he takes, his wife and the children, they are going back home. They are not going anywhere. They're going back home to Nigeria. Nigeria is where they come from. So I don't see any wrong thing about what.
So meaning their kids are more of Nigerians than even Ghanaians.
Exactly. Because what I heard, if it is true, or if it was true, then that means the woman herself is a Nigerian. Yeah, that's what I heard. Both Igbo and both Ghanaian. So the children, when they go back to Nigeria, they are not going to, a wrong place. They are going to their own country. So all of them have to leave. They said a crab does not give birth to a bird. So even if he leaves the kids over there, they're going to be like him. So he has to go with them. Yes. All of them have to leave the country because the wife is supporting her husband to fool himself in our country, which is not right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And and the people are
Do you
backing
believe?
this, huh?
Do you believe? Do you believe he's going to leave?
Oh, why not?
By the time duration given to him?
Oh, I know the man is very stubborn. He's very rude. So he's going to make it very complicated. But since the law is there, he has no choice. He has to leave. And I think Dr. Ayariga has, told him already. If he wants to challenge us, then something must be happening to him. Yeah, he has to leave. He will. But he's not a
All right.
Ghanaian. So I don't think it's going to be difficult for him to go. He has to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's not
All
only
right.
Ayariga is doing this. National security, the law is there. I don't think Mr. Ayariga can take, things personal. Everything he's doing, based on the, constitution and all that.
The
So
constitution of the country.
exactly. So if the constitution is there and we are right, why he can't leave? I know he's very stubborn. He's very, very rude man. He's going to make it, complicated, but definitely he has to leave. Yeah, he has no choice.
All right. All right. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ben.
Yeah. My take on this one is quite a complex answer. The reason being that I currently don't know, and I'm not a lawyer, just in case someone is wondering. I don't know if Mr. Eze sorry about the background noise. I don't know if Mr. Eze Chooks has obtained a Ghanaian citizenship. Now, if he has, this 17 days will then become a difficult thing to do. He has broken the law, which we all know. What I think would have been the best way forward is for the authorities, that's Ghana Immigration Service, to take an action. But this has been going on for a while, and there hasn't been any word from the people in authority within the security agencies. None of them have taken any action, and like Dr. Hassan Ayariga said, the Constitution also permits, it makes it legal for citizens to implement arrest. And so we have gotten to a point where that section of the Constitution has to be invoked and implemented. Now, if it really happens that we are doing this, I'm just wondering what mechanism do we have in place to enable us do this? Do we have the right resources to organize, let's say, his transport if he's not a Ghanaian at the moment? And also, what is he taking along? From what I've heard, I've not seen, but I've heard people say that he's got quite a number of businesses now. Relocating a business is something I know very well. It doesn't take days to do that. It takes quite a while to plan before you implement. If indeed he's got depending on the size of the business as well. If he's got a business that has so much assets that enables him to run those businesses, and he wants to relocate the business to, let's say, Nigeria from Ghana, the logistics that comes with it is quite heavy, and so from now till the 17th, I think will be unrealistic. It won't be achievable. So there must be a mechanism in place to address all these concerns. But truly, I think I recommend Mr. Dr. Ayariga for what he's doing. What I feel is unfortunate is that it has to come to this point, and the authorities are not doing anything about it. That's very unfortunate. And if they happen to listen to this program, I would recommend that they step in now and take action, because if they allow the citizens to take action, it usually doesn't end well. The other thing you mentioned is to do with his demeanor. The person we're dealing with. Is he going to voluntarily leave? I don't see him doing that. And we've seen on many occasions when people of high caliber have come in to make decisions, and he quickly stepped in, boldly with counter comments and here and there, and sometimes it ends up annoying a lot of people. For me, the persona or the person we're dealing with is a type that will not, I feel, I may be wrong,
that like will not give in
sad.
like that easily.
Sorry.
You think he's the type that won't give in quickly, like?
No, he has no respect for any authority. That's the type I'm talking about. So whether it's coming from Dr. Ayariga, whether it's coming from the president, whoever it's coming from, he is a type that does not give a d about whatever comes to him. He feels too big to come under laws made by people he sees as inferior, and that is the mindset he takes around. So I don't see him voluntarily leaving. It will come to a point where I feel authorities should step in before the 17th. Otherwise, the result may not be a good thing for himself and his family, and it wouldn't be good for the relationship between Ghana and Nigeria, because he's still, and if he's not denounced his Nigerian citizenship, then he's still a Nigerian, and it will also impact diplomatic relations as well. And
All
that's
right.
my take.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, guys, please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and like and share. Before I come to you, Mr. Charles, let me go to the comment section, read some comments. Some people have, So we have a comment from Big Phil, and Big Phil says, what Nigeria and Igbos must know is Ghana or Ghanaians will not rest until the Igbo guy leaves Ghana. Then I think we have a comment from a Nigerian. I think this guy is a Nigerian. He goes by the name the African ambassador. He says, one man in Chooks. It means one man called Chooks be giving a whole country sleepless nights. And now he comes here and say it's the same the African ambassador channel. He says it's Ayariga, the government of Ghana, comes again saying You all are just jobbing. There is nothing that will happen on the 17th as far as Mahama is the president of Ghana. Mr. Ayariga needs to be
Look,
arrested.
these are the people who provoke, people
Yeah.
to,
Precisely what I was going to say.
to take actions that they would normally wouldn't take. I mean, he's definitely the type of man we're dealing with. He's just like the Mr. Eze Chooks himself. If
They're all
you
the same.
listen to
It's in their
if you
DNA.
listen to people like that, you will take action that you'll later on regret. He hasn't got the brain to understand that
Yeah.
you can't be provoking people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what Chooks is doing.
You see, all
provoking.
of them are the same. They
Exactly.
don't have home
That's
training.
why we want him
Yeah.
out.
They don't have home training. Look at this man. You have come to somebody's country. You're doing something they don't like. They have warned you severally, but you still want to do that. Hmm? What kind of behavior is this?
Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles.
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah, so with regards to Dr. Hassan Ayariga's 17th October for the Igbo king to leave, what was your take on that? And afterwards, let me know if you believe or what you think, whether you think he is going to adhere to it or not.
Yeah, like we all said, that guy is a stubborn guy. And everybody who is trying to prove stubborn needs somebody who is the same stubborn like him. So that he will see that person like somebody who can do something. It's been a long time that our leaders, normally, we are not supposed to get to where we are now. But it's like we don't have leaders anymore in the country. Under normal circumstance, anything that will befall the country, the leaders must always know in ahead before it gets to the people. You see, but it's like we don't have leaders, and our leaders have become useless. Because why I'm saying so, if one man can come from another country and disturb the whole country, where we say there are leaders, and these leaders pretend nothing is happening, then it means that our country is we need somebody like Ayariga. Ayariga is a citizen, but he's in another form of military, to prove to this guy that he is more rugged than he think he is. This is what Ghanaians want. Ghanaians want somebody who will ginger them to wake up, to do something. For a long time now, we have not seen this. It was during the time of Rollins that we saw this. So I think this is the time Ayariga is in a form of military trying to ginger the youth. If today Ayariga say, hey, the youth, let's go, they know that they are looking up to somebody. Somebody that they are not looking up to is the reason why Ghanaians are quiet. But it is not too much or too heavy for Ghanaians to take this guy on immediately. But they are looking for somebody that they can rely on, because this guy is in bed with our leaders. So our leaders cannot do anything. It's just like it may be that even these our leaders are happy that Ayariga is taking these steps, because as they cannot come forward boldly to do it, they are even happy that Ayariga is doing this thing. So it will not be like they are the one.
So you think because of the diplomatic ties, that's why they can't come forward to deal with this issue, but rather will be silently kind of like happy with Ayariga, with what he's doing.
It is not even the problem of diplomatic ties, because diplomatic ties, you can decide anything, but it's like our leaders at the back door, they go and take money, or I don't know what kind of relationship
Okay.
they into it. So it's like if I'm owing you and I cannot, you are coming to take the money from me, and I cannot make a problem with you, I will be happy that my son or somebody from my line will come and make problem with you so that you go. You know, it's I don't think I'm making myself clear here. You
I
know,
get you.
yes. So it's like our leaders, they are also happy that somebody is taking on this guy, so that the end of it all, it will not be like the covenant we have, you have broken it. But some people have broken it. It is not we the leaders.
I have a follow up question.
Okay.
If the people in power
Yeah.
are in support or are secretly happy with what Hassan Ayariga is doing, then what stops them from taking the necessary actions by just implementing the law?
Yeah.
And
Right. That
rather,
is
the
why I
government
said.
comes out, or should I say, the president comes out and debunks every claim that people are complaining about.
Yeah. Right.
You
That
see?
is why I said they have committed themselves in so many ways. You see, in forms of money, in forms of other, maybe all this ritual killing and all this blah 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 blah. In a way, it is helping them somewhere. So it is very difficult for them to come out and say we are following Hassan Ayariga to do what he's doing. But at the back of their mind, they are happy that somebody is trying to take this guy on, so that it will not be like they are the one doing it.
Or
I don't know if you are getting me.
yeah,
You're
we
right.
do.
You're right.
Or I've got another question. Could it also be that he has very, very credible information that
About our leaders? Yes.
yes, that
Mhm.
will force them out
That
if
is
they
it.
try to do
That is it.
anything?
Yes.
That's a big
Yes.
question.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think you guys have a point there.
Yeah, it could be. And then at this point, if Ghanaian youth are serious, this is the time that everyone needs to get up. And then we won't even like Kenya or the other countries. They don't get time for this nonsense.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they don't get time for this nonsense. They can come out and and ask him to leave. You know, but Ghanaian youth na kasa no omo nyinaa yɛ sɛ yɛka ne sɛ krampo mmerɛ sɛ wahu.
Sister
No,
Angie, Sesiano.
the thing goes beyond even the Ghanaian youth. Look, just have a look
Exactly.
just to have a look at what even our traditional television stations like Joy FM, Joy FM, Joy News, a whole Joy News. Look at the kind of narrative they are trying to put out there. I don't know if you guys have seen their recent.
Yes, that
video.
Kweku
Yeah.
Asante or whatever this thing that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Ayariga and Kweku were complaining about on Friday. I listened to the guy. What an idiot! You see,
It's the people taking money from him. They are the people coming out and defend him. Yeah. And I even saw Black Rasta, Papa Kofi Ajololo or whatever. These
Black
people
Rasta, yes.
are backing this Igbo man are hilarious. Black Rasta, you had the temerity to organize a demonstration against Ghanaians about the Igbo 419. Regardless of what you say, we careless because the Igbo 419 man will never live with us in Ghana. Use the same energy to have, you have to speak on behalf of this man to tell your leaders to fix your hometown. In your hometown, people are, people and animals are drinking the same water. That's what you need to do, or you need to talk about.
Yeah.
These people are the reason Ghana is being, jeopardized. When you are trying to do something good because of what they will eat, a Ghanaian man will take a peanut and destroy his country. You see? And this man crying and him a bufu. And Papa Kofi Ajololo, did I mention the name right? Kofi Ajololo. Yeah, it's a shame that
No, because
at
he
your
works in
age,
Nigeria. He used to work in Nigeria. That's where he makes most of his money.
we
So,
don't care. We don't
you know,
care
they're
about
all
that.
compromised.
It's a shame that at your age, you are still going back and forth to Nigeria to shoot movies. You started your
Exactly.
movie career in, I think, 2003. I checked his profile. Yeah. What have you done for Ghana? Kofi Ajololo, what have you done for Ghana? You haven't done anything for Ghana. The Igbo man helped you. And so what? For that matter, we shouldn't talk about, the man who is a threat to our own country because he has helped you, right? Is that what you mean?
If the man doesn't leave on the 17th.
Let me ask a quick question here. Do you guys, I know you guys have, you are very much aware of the kind of tension that is kind of like building up in the country at the moment with regards to tribal issues. Do you think this thing or this man, which is the Dr. Chukudi, this issue, do you think this issue is a contributing factor to the tribal kind of like, should I say, it hasn't got to tribal war yet, but like the tribal online banter going on in the country
Yes.
at the moment, do you think
Yes. Mr. Rash, let me answer this thing. You know that when these Igbos came to Ghana, already we got the information from some of our YouTubers that the gangs have brought in these Igbos to fight the Ashantis. Already, Ashantis and gangs don't have any issue. It's individuals that come sometimes to make blah blah blah. We Ashantis, we are whites, we gangs, we are this or blah blah blah, and then it ends there. But the thing became like the gangs are now trying to wage a war against the Ashantis. So Ashantis are also saying, oh, then if we call you people our brothers and we are hearing something like this, because every rumor, there is a little truth in it. So now the gangs will try to form their alliance with the gang Adangbe, this blah 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 blah. The Ashantis will also. So this is.
I'm coming on. To me, I think that the whole thing is when this whole thing came into the limelight, where it all started from was the Chi tribe started blaming the gangs for bringing this, giving this guy that power, giving him the access to the traditional council and all that. That is where the whole thing started. So then the gangs also came in trying to defend themselves. Then it started going back and forth, like, because people started looking at seeing it as if, oh, so you guys are the reason why we are in this mess. Do you get where I'm coming from? So it's like the reason why we're in this mess. And the gangs are also trying to defend themselves, like, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know this was what some of our, so-called blah 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 were doing, chiefs or whatever we're doing. So it's like that is where the whole thing sparked from. Then it got into it now developed to insults. Now this tribe insulting this insulting that. So this alone is a national security issue, in the first place.
That is why Ihyanetu needs to leave, because he's the main, he's the main head of the snake. We have to chop it off to get our peace of mind. You see, and this plays into the narrative that I've made earlier on. That why do you think the guy set up sub chiefs in every region? The guy deliberately set up those sub chiefs so that all they do is gather intelligence on our strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
You see, these guys
Yeah, but
deliberately
mind you,
they
mind
deliberately play. They are
I
using
think
the same divide and rule tactics from Nigeria. Igbo doesn't like Yoruba doesn't like Igbo. They want to bring that same thing to Ghana. You
Yeah,
see,
they want to bring the same thing to Ghana.
yes,
Yes.
immediately this Igbo thing started, then they started, when the accounts started blaming the Ghans for allowing all this thing to begin, then they intentionally started making effigies of Asante Hene so that the Ghana people will use that as a battering ram against the account. They
Mm.
are behind
yes,
all this.
yes,
And this is why we
yes,
have to dismantle the whole network. Ihianetu and his sub chiefs, all of them out of Ghana.
Oh yes.
And after
Yeah,
that, we start dealing with them one by one with their
yes.
shops. You
Mm-hmm.
don't, when you don't have paper, we close your shop down. But in the meantime, we have to deal with the head of the snake.
Yes.
If this man decides not to leave on the 17th, nobody can guarantee his safety.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Oh
are not
yes.
going to tolerate police or soldiers guarding his house, because no soldier or police guards we Ghanaians our houses. We are not going to allow them to waste any resource protecting that guy if he says he's not going to leave. He has an option. We've given him 3 weeks. Shut up, get out of our country. We are not from Ghana. Whether you are a citizen of Ghana or not, we have the right to revoke that citizenship and throw you out. You are not a Ghanaian. We are not going to sit down for you to be instigating tribal war in our country, just like you've done in Nigeria. We are not going to tolerate it at all. This Ihianatu guy is a security threat. We've been saying it from the beginning. The intelligentsia have deliberately shut up as if they are not seeing or hearing us. But now things is getting to a head. We had our peace. Those peace. We didn't have any of this tribal bigotry between Akans and Gans. Why suddenly? Because of this Igbo guy. You get me? It's about
Yes.
time we cut the head of the snake, get rid of that idiot, and let's have our peace of mind. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Rash. You know that already there were some guys who were going to that house to take action, and Mr. Ayariga called them back. I don't know if you listened to Kwekwana
Ah,
Anand's program.
Yes, boys, we're going to Joy
okay,
FM.
Yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah. Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's move to the next topic, please. So but before we get to the next topic, let's read some comments we have here. This comment is coming from Diko Saeed Musa. Says watching you live as a Ghanaian is because we are we are inviting foreigners and we are also preaching peace. They took us for granted. Yeah.
Exactly.
So this one also coming from the same person, Mr. Said. Yeah, because of the diplomatic, we should allow. So, okay. The same side. It says so because of diplomatic, we should let some criminal to operate in our country. Okay. Then we have Big Phil here. Big Phil says that Joy FM guy must be very careful. Well, we have DJO Papi says you can joke with any country citizens, but not Biafra Igbo peoples in Ghana and Africa.
In mother and in father,
sure-
we know they give a shit about any Biafra. Let them go fuck themselves.
Okay, so let me read the last comment. It says, Big Phil. It says, Ajololo is an old. Okay. All right.
He said what? I didn't hear that. He said Ajololo is what?
Ajololo is an
old F, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was so pissed off when I heard him talking. I mean, back in that Igbo king, because you go there for money. You see Ghana I'm paying for. Why you have to disgrace yourself like that?
Okay, so in the next topic, we have the current. So before, President Mahama appointed a Korean as a Ghanaian ambassador to Korea, which has never happened in the history of Ghana. And I don't know any other African country who has picked some, a foreigner as an ambassador in other countries. This is the first time I'm hearing this. I don't know about you guys, but from my end, this is the first time I'm hearing this. And as if that is not enough, he now goes ahead, appoints another foreigner, which is a Nigerian, and allegedly a Nigerian who happens to be a Yoruba, as the ambassador to UAE, Ghana's ambassador to UAE. And I'm asking, do you guys understand what President Mahama is doing, or you are of a different view? So let me start with Mr. Ben.
Oh, all right. With regards to what JM is doing, I feel JM is seriously investing his resources in what he call it regional integration, and possibly I think he wants to be a figure, or if he wants to get an award from the UN, because most of these things, I don't know where he's coming from, and I don't know what is driving his decisions in choosing these people to represent the nation when they are actually not Ghanaians. And I'm saying not in quotes, because I don't know if they are not Ghanaians. They might have foreign names, but they might be Ghanaian. I've not done my research. I don't know these guys. I don't know what they do. All I hear is there is a Korean and there is a Nigerian. If indeed this guy is a Korean and he's sent to Korea to represent Ghana's interest, that is not, even in corporate world, there is something called conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest, yeah.
Yes, there's something called conflict of interest. Now, sending somebody with a background from Korea back into a country that you want your nation to be represented, you're basically putting that person in a position of having conflict of interest. And if I was him, I would refuse, because if it was another country, that's a different story altogether. But if it's a country that by blood he comes from, and you want him to represent another country, I think there is a serious conflict of interest, and it's a very bad decision for JM to make that appointment. Now, if I roll back to the other guy, again, I don't know if he is a Nigerian, but he's got a Nigerian name, so I'm just going by the question of him being a Nigerian. Now, same thing applies. If he's a Nigerian and he's been sent to represent Ghana on another in another country, this again, there are a lot of elements playing in here, and you're putting that person in a position that he's already he could be compromised easily, and you don't make decisions like that. Let me just use I know a bit about the UK. Let's use the UK as an example. If somebody's being appointed in a role that represents the country, the person has to be a British. It doesn't matter if he has
Indefinite leave to remain.
no, if it you can't you need to actually be a citizen before you can
Exactly.
before you can have such roles. So you cannot be another citizen and get public sector roles. Sorry, not public sector, but roles that are critical to the nation. You need to have that, and apart from that, you also need to pass certain security clearances.
Exactly.
I don't know if Ghana we've got any security clearances, and what level is anyone required to get to that point. I think we are careless, I think, in some of our ways, and in this time and age, you cannot be forgiven for being careless. I think we need to start strengthening our policies and how decisions are made, especially when it comes to international relations. And that's my contribution on this one.
All right, thank you, Madam Angie.
Yes, Rush. Yeah.
So what's your take on?
The thing is, let's go straight to the point. I think our leaders should call Mahama, Asante Hene, and our leaders, all of them have to call him to ask him to let these men step down. We don't need them because we also have, people who are capable of doing this, taking this position. Ghana, we are struggling. Ghana is not like, the developed countries or whatever. Ghana is developing. We call Ghana developing. People are struggling in that country. That money that he's going to give it to these two people, if we see that money, we see that it might be a huge amount of money. Then maybe he can give even half to Ghanaians, and then the half we can use them to fix our country. How can you go and bring, foreigners to come and take our, our positions? Do you think when you go to Nigeria, Nigerians will allow Ghanaian to, take this position in Nigeria? So this man, what he's doing is an abomination. Yes, that's what I was saying. President Mahama wants to collapse Ghana for us. Okay? And sometimes I ask myself, maybe we did something wrong to him that we cannot recall and has come back to take revenge. Yeah. What kind of nonsense is this?
Really?
And it doesn't make sense. All his support goes to Nigerians. Ghana and Nigeria now? That is what I don't understand. What he's doing is ridiculous and outrageous if he doesn't know. I'm telling him. So if he is not there for Ghanaians, we Ghanaians are going to ask him to step down, or we can impeach him to step down. What kind of nonsense is this? And you, this Yoruba man, you also accepted the position. Are you mad? Huh? What's wrong with you? Why we don't have, better people than you in Ghana that they can, occupy the positions? Rash, I don't know what is going on. He has nothing tangible for Ghanaians. President Mahama, he was an evil man that we have to tell him. We have to tell him. He has nothing good offer. He has nothing. More than 4 years here with Nasri. Obayan say Obaya 1 year. What has he done? Ghana change na. Enyam futrona ni enemu. You yourself, you can't pay your teachers.
With regards to development, well, some people are kind of like happy with some of the developments going on.
What kind of development that we don't know? What kind of development?
I'm trying to be very honest here. When it
okay.
comes to he's trying to, complete the roles that were, left behind in the previous government and all that, But what people have problem is
na one kasa rush jina ho one kasa sama wo kan ye ma na say ye yi ni say omra no ma fix Ghana ana is it not because of Ghana until na ye tuaneka we pay him for what he's doing, okay? And I mean, if he is able to do, rota, and none shouldn't be, something new to us, because that is the reason why we paid him to come and occupy that position, okay? It's something that a vacancy, we needed someone to do that job, and he thinks he could do that job. He brought his resume and we gave the job to him. So he has to do the job because he's getting paid. Even his wife, that he can't give proper, your friend is saying, speech out there, cry, is getting paid. So what he's doing, I think that the leaders, and our mothers, our fathers, Asante Hinemo chiefs, should call him and sit him down and put some senses into his mind. This is crazy. It is getting out of hand. We are sick and tired of these people. Okay? So if he thinks he's a Nigerian, he should go and help Tinubu to fix Nigeria. That is okay. All right? I don't know if he's trying to impress Nigerians or whatever. Everything is about Nigerians. And when he's talking about Nigerians, he tried to, combine foreigners. And you and I know you are talking about Nigerians. Don't include foreigners. Say Nigerians. And then your forefathers and almost bread my Nigerians and so I think say Peninforno have to sit down and think about this. These people not have to resign immediately. Because we have proper Ghanaians, we have intelligent Ghanaians who can occupy these positions. This is nonsense. It doesn't make sense. I was saying something. You there, my be why? Let someone come in. Excuse me, I rush. Just to teachers, they can't pay them. Okay? They can't pay teachers. So you, President Mahama, you and I know, say education is paramount. Okay? Without education, life is empty. And you know, teacher for no no much there. So what I say? And when they go to classroom, they won't feel. They won't feel happy to teach them. And you Ghana be the honor in future. No Ghana no you what the whole. And our dream now Nigeria for. I think be some crowns no.
All right, calm down.
I was say one more class friend no more catch no man ko for me no esti form. Wo papa Yoruba ni awani mo den na oda ho no no. What the position ma na waje. Who from Nigeria would you allow Ghanaian to take that position? Because there's some background no.
All right.
And many people what's the power kuma ya we ya ada Ghana ada ya mo den. Ghana for dey na ya mo. Ade na ya mo. Hwe say one kasa President Mahama wo krom efo ne emoa ne omune emoa na enu musuo. And Kwala were sitting down in the classroom, sitting down outside and learning. What's wrong with you? I don't know where heartless sir. I don't know Ghana from penny for you on your friend is saying, "One more my baby now, one more Ghana." We make it the country so complicated for people to live in.
In fact,
when you want to be my speech, you are wanting to and him was here for.
All right. Mr. Kwame, before you come in, let me read some message comments. Let's go to the comment section. So the African ambassador says, do Ghanaians also demonstrate against the Chinese to leave their country? Um, Ma Ruth, Ma Ruth says, Nigerians continue to provoke us. After the easy ish of the Igbos, the rest of the Nigerians will follow. Okay.
And I
African
think that's
ambassador
true.
comes. Yeah. Okay. I think this comment is for Mr. Madam Angie. This guy is trying to say something. He says, all the presidents want to damage Ghana. This woman is blah blah blah. Don't. Okay. Let's go to the next one. I think he says, this woman did not vote for Mahama. So what do you expect her to say about Mahama?
Let me correct him. Let me correct him. I supported President Mahama when he was coming because of what Nana Akufo-Addo was doing. We thought Mahama was going to, correct the mistakes that Nana Akufo-Addo did. When President Mahama got the seat, I was screaming. Even my neighbors came and asked if I was okay. Okay, so whoever is bringing that comment, cut it out over there and let me speak my peace of mind, okay? Mukuku Ghana hona jimbi ni mutimona ya resources manko kono. Moba comment one ma moba kan yansasem no. Moba na mbeka jimisem. If you are not ready.
This guy is a Nigerian guy.
Okay.
The one who said
a Nigerian guy, I saw what they make him. And to tell him to leave the platform. We don't need Nigerians on this platform. Stupid fools.
All right. Okay, so let's go to the next comment. This coming from Benjamin Amon. I feel the politics of Ghana has forced political parties into compromising positions. This has led to very poor decisions that goes against the nation. Yeah, facts.
Exactly.
And this African ambassador comes again, says, you didn't say this during Nana Akufo-Addo regime. Here you are saying all sorts of rubbish. Okay, for your information, this whole thing started. We started this whole thing during Akufo-Addo's era. So people just heard of this couple of months ago. But this whole thing started from Akufo-Addo's era, if you don't know. So Benjamin Amwa again says the African ambassador channel seems to be having the fun of your life. Okay. All right. So Mr. Kwame.
Yeah, Rush.
Yeah, please come in.
Let me just give a quick response to that African ambassador idiot. Let me just give him a quick response. Listen, my friend, concentrate on your useless old foolish president that you've got. All right? And leave us Ghanaians to deal with our business. A country of nearly 300 million. You guys elect this stupid old man, this delusional old man to lead you people.
Let's mind the language, please.
No. He's trying to insult us. So let me give him some. Let him to take some. You've got this illiterate, stupid old man leading you, a country of 300 million. You people couldn't find a wise man to lead you. 300 million people, and you find this stupid old man to lead you, and you are coming to what? Advise us, Ghanaians. You are mad. We are not on the same level. You Nigerians and Ghanaians, we are not on the same level. You guys get that into your skull. Now let me come back to your question, Raj. Yeah, Raj.
Yeah.
You see these two gentlemen that have been given ambassadorial roles. First of all, the South Korean, he said himself that he came to Ghana. His father brought him to Ghana when he was 11 years old. So that means he wasn't born in Ghana. You see, as for the Nigerian gentleman, the Yoruba man, to be quite honest, I don't have any information on him. So I don't know if he was born in Ghana or if he too immigrated to Ghana when he was young or what. I don't know about that. But then I know that every country, yeah, there are certain critical positions. If you are not a full-blooded native of the country, both mother and father, those roles you can never even attain. Even in our local civil this thing, service, the head of civil service, the higher up you go, if you cannot even be a dual citizen, you cannot be a dual citizen to be a minister or head of civic or a ministry of Ghana. You get me? You cannot be a dual citizen. So why are we allowing somebody who said his father brought him to Ghana when he was 11 years old and he's renounced his Korean citizenship, so now he's a Ghanaian? Fine. Why is it that when it got time for you to get married, you went to South Korea to go and pick a wife? That shows your allegiance. Just shows where your soul and your ties really lie. Do you think if this man, there's a certain contract? You see, an ambassador is the representative. He's like the president of Ghana in Korea. He's represented the president of Ghana in Korea. That is the job of an ambassador. It's such a huge and prestigious role. What if there's a contract that this man needs to negotiate and the Koreans are short-arming us? Is this guy going to stand up for Ghana, or is he just going to let it slide? Slide. You understand? This man will have definitely a biased this thing towards Korea, because only is Korea no fire. I don't know I'm pay Ghana for anybody. So Ghana pa. I don't know one worry Ghana nimba. I don't know Korea pay or bow. What am I say? It is if there should be something between Ghana and Korea, you will side with Korea. This is why those kind of roles, it has to be a full-blooded Ghanaian who has to occupy that role, so that when he's negotiating for his country. He's not shooting himself in the foot. He doesn't have no dual, you get me, bias. You understand? This, you see, there's a serious decay in the governance of Ghana now. Seriously, I must be honest. The kind of professionalism that used to be in the presidency, running through the ministries and our schools and everything, as I can see that there's now a lackadaisical approach towards stuff. You understand? And it all boils down to all this kind of, the way they used to discipline us when we used to be back then in school. Now you can't even smack a child, you can't lash a child for, all this thing, That is why you see students misbehaving, insulting a handful, and paying for. In mind, you wouldn't even dare. But you then this cap on so who dear grow nasel who papa down for a chemwa. By God, as he said, papa and kasankasa. You get me? There's a decay in governance in Ghana. Where from this? What kind of president is this? When I mean president, I mean in law, president, Is he what kind of president is he trying to set? What is he trying to prove? If he's there for if President Mahama came to be a Nigerian president, he should let us know, because from the comments you've just read just tonight on this show, that ambassador guy said once Mahama is there nothing we go feed do, nothing will happen, and it's true. So this is where citizens arrest has to come in. we have to make the life of that idiot, that's Ihinatu, so uncomfortable, he will beg to leave Ghana. Because whenever his car is passing, whatever is thrown at it, nobody cares. Whenever he himself is, somebody meets him anywhere in public and they assault him or do anything to him, nobody cares because he's been forewarned, he's been told to leave. You understand? Now, back to the decay of governance. You see, President Mahama should let us know, is he there for the Nigerians or is he here to serve us Ghanaians? Because we are confused. We
Mm-hmm.
don't we don't know where he stands on issues.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? There are certain decisions that he's making that is mind-boggling. You understand? How can you appoint people that are not full-blooded Ghanaian to certain positions to represent you as the president? I mean, what you want to say? It doesn't make sense. You understand? Because even if certain positions in Ghana, if you are a dual citizen, you can't occupy those positions. Why then is somebody who wasn't born in Ghana be given the role to play as the president of Ghana in another country? It's stupid. There's nothing wise or sensible about it. I must be frank. There's nothing sensible about it. That, because he's a Korean, he can, nonsense. You have to even send him the opposite way. Why don't you send him to Russia or Kazakhstan or something? Why send him to his country of birth? Who do you think he's going to fight for when, things come to a head? Anyway, Rush, let somebody to come in. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Charles, before you come in, please let me take one or two messages. Okay. The African ambassador wrote something which I want to read. He said, the Yoruba ambassador is Mahama's Nigerian brother from Kwara State. Mr. Mahama decided to give him the opportunity of an ambassadorial role.
Just look at that. You understand? This guy is going to just be issuing Ghanaian passports in the UAE. He's just going to be issuing it to the Nigerians there. You understand? What's going to stop him?
Yeah.
What's going to stop him?
This one goes with the name M. M says, Aboa African Ambassador Channel. Pasiaba line Fikri Nigerian wants to be Ghanaians. Okay. We have Daniel Ampofo. Daniel Ampofo says, yes, the gentleman is making a strong argument regarding foreign-born ambassadors. Okay. Now, M also comes back and says, African ambassador, you are okay. You are who his brother Ghana is for Ghanaians. His brother Ghana is for Ghanaians, not Nigerians. Go build your fallen country. Okay. Daniel Ampofo. Let's check the Ghana Constitution regarding these appointments. Okay, I think that wouldn't also be bad. There's as a dual citizen,
but it's too late now. He's already appointed them, so it's too late.
Yes, but it can be reversed. It can be reversed. It's never too late.
This shows how compromised politics has been in Ghana, to an extent that there is no background verification to ensure that people who are coming, who are given authority, deserve to be there. They are just given power to people based on their affiliation to political parties and individuals, famous individuals and the like. It's very sad. I mean, that politics has made us this way.
So what? You should love a foreigner more than your own native Ghanaian. I mean,
Okay, so
Jesus Christ.
then the Lampofo says, the Lampofo says, as a dual citizen Ghanaian, I can't be nominated as an MP in Ghana.
Exactly.
Why
That's what I'm
other
saying.
foreigners in Ghana? Yeah, so why other foreigners in Ghana? What happened to
Being
our
appointed
created
as ambassadors.
graduate?
This is the argument I was making. You know, as a dual citizen, there are certain positions that you can
Yes.
never attain in Ghana. So why is
Yeah, because
a
the
foreigner
conflict of
who
interest
wasn't born
will
in
come
Ghana
in.
be able to represent the president in a different country? It doesn't make sense. It's stupid.
Okay, Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
Okay, please come in on this issue.
Okay, in the first place, okay, let me take you people minds back to the inauguration of President Mahama. Now, or can be said, or your statement be say Tinubu is the president of Ghana.
Yes.
The
Remember.
neighboring countries surrounding Africa your brothers your sisters and the show the clear picture say papa ba but yantias from the beginning na say ebia a slip of tongue wow enti ade no afe na manifesti ni hu the okaye why Nigerians kan nsemfu enkyerɛ debia ombeka because in the history of Nigeria there is no Ghanaian or there was no Ghanaian appointed as ambassador. We grandpa ombegyina so dia yiyaye na kyerɛ dɛ yankasa na yɛ mo chance ɔmotumi nya bibi ka wɔ yɛ ho ɛnam yɛ panyimfoɔ no nti wow. Because idea another for even share Monkey Village.
Yeah.
What Pia Ghanaians every market space. And a year dear, yet Jomu and no more ye market space. And the baby send no more praise Kwasiafo. Ombe praise Kwasiafo because the Omudi ye Omudi se be yanu. Yede omuba ye side na omanya no fofofo eba ni say na alatani timi ko ye ambassador to Ghana Ghana ambassador to UAE already no na ye ka bibi say another 4G Ghana passport di boni di tukwan Ghana ni kapo no ti onum na ye timi so anu no na fe de akofa latani akwa to ho. They said after their passport mum dear a better more. Oh, mama, all country a plane say Alata foy or no moon dealy. Now, yeah, they need to say, he said, and not to say, but at the end of the day, the one or ye. Whoa, and Sunday money na a yaquassassin. Get now for the school. Who paid you my ye? You were PhD before we have all of them. And can say the same position no Ghana near the bush in the cabinet Daniel or the government sponsor the bush in the be who are calling him. Now the same positions no come foreigners. Ye name say omukita Ghana citizenship o ana bibi. Wow, nyama bi wo honuma odwi hu a. Me name say na ye paying for you omudwi fa. I don't understand. I don't understand. Because omo die baby omo wonu die omo nya bibia and omo feel say oh and die yenkoshi epo but oma on kai say on tra ho de bia obi su beba onu su obedi sa nipa ni wu ya say onu su wo ma e no mo wo ọmọ school and a this position na command foreigners say samre no dura onka na no ntom say samre no dura onka na no entom because obia wọ the idea obetimi dia be rule e favor bi mu edru ni so a onka na no ntom ye wo onum na esi akufado obefa the bushafo nepo obe practice nepotism or kan ho asem and then who knows say Yoruba ni ka ye kan ebia ni nephew sorry ni cousin and now ni step brother bi krapo na wakofa na be ra ewe ni na be pie one day ni na be pie one day na me de na hu ni say sa nyama President Mahama enam say bi mu kan say oh let a force sponsor sa political parties ni enti omo ye nyama omo di bedo omo ase aside diplomatic relationship because diplomatic relationship has nothing to do of sponsoring a political party no but aside that diplomatic relationship omo so sponsor omo ability say omo quiet na ye power na won enti there is nowhere omo be yi sankofo mu afrimu debia omo ne benam debia enti mi dem mi bomba say two political parties ni yensisa ya adu Ghanaians na ye vote Emma Hassan Ayariga na ye hwe de omo so ba be ye
okay. All right. Thank you very much. For some comments, let me read some comments. Daniel Ampofo says, the highest position I can achieve as a dual citizen is to work with the banking institutions in my adopted country as well as government civil servants. That's it. And Stephen Tufuo says, can somebody tell His Excellency Hassan Ayariga that I will come down to Ghana to vote for him if NPP delegates refuse to elect Honorable Ken as flag bearer? This is Nana Tufuo of Philadelphia, USA. Okay. All right. So at this point, okay, let me read this last comment. Eric Adepa says, Mr. Rash, I said these two parties are bunch of useless, unpatriotic. You can read that portion. So sad, very, very sad. Let me say this one. Okay. Let me take your final submissions and so we can get it. Mr. Madam Angie, please.
I'm so mad, and I'm so sad. Anyways, because what is going on in Ghana is too much. And then I mean the Bufukran say you will get your own Ghanaian people, not almost back there and their M1 country, no. Papa Kofi Ajololo or whatever he called himself, old man like you, because you go to see Igbo King for money. We shouldn't talk about him. And if he's, the man is, helping you or giving you money, this is individual thing, and no, I side though, and you Ghana for side, okay?
According to him, not that he gives him money, but he supports their work.
Now, Obi support your work and then one is money. What you offer a chick or Jessica, obey them. So what you say? And no almost supporting no dear, and you're my bonny papa no oil or crony mono. So when our papa could fee Ajolulu at your age, Mufati, you started this, movie industry for a long time. So, Majid, Van Vika, Jackie Apia, Nadia Buari, and you, Mr. Kofi Ajololo, can collaborate to produce your own movies, and recruit the young ones coming. So, I believe doing that, you will help. Decrease the unemployment in Ghana too. Instead of you to, at your age, going back and forth to Nigeria, no. Make on a profile, he's about 69, almost 70 years man. Why can't you establish something in Ghana? Now, when there won't be young guys na urban be, the money man is some conquer for there be an more beg. Now, I'm with the money a year from. So, what I say? That be an almost restlessica, that be an almost restlessica, and penny for no guano mugi di masse. So, Papa, when the age in Tinko, where beer factory be cry or Ghana ho, and our fan Kalagum no more Jumanibia and Kachano. So, what I say, no one and Igbo King can nase, or support Munti, and Tiana Wadane, and Tiaman and Ramme say chrono. Che, movie industries in our Ghana, only this woman, Nana Mama Brown, has been an inspiration to many people in Ghana. She is the only one who uses her social media platform to raise money for those in need. So what I say, any opportunity, she gets, she just wants to inspire people. Mark Brown, any nipa me who say, Sama ameno, what heart edema Ghana. So what I say, and to be honest with you, no me bo me who the black rasta and this Kofi Ajololo and he didn't cry me who any woman keka hono. I was so pissed off. And Ghana for I don't know, because right now I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say. And right now no. Ghana for Sisi and Yahoo both political parties NDC MPP, they have failed us. They can't do, they can't do nothing. They can't do anything for us. It's the moment you share Dr. Ayariga. Na ya share ni onu subetimi. Mama individual candidates no so kind. Na ya share how they can, what they can do to help us. Because this is getting out of hand. I can't comprehend this, rush. Say, hey, in this 21st century, ya one penny phobia o ma dwen adeda. Who was this a Nigeria for the oma by your chrome? So momra me benefit and free in your chrome. Na ya ko omo ho asa positions we omo de be my. Who Korean na omo de sa position we be ma. So even though so omo ya citizens e kra na ya kasa na ye free pro ni mo no ye nya adwuma ni bi nye. So ye nya adwuma ni bi nye. Inti adan hwesisi a ne ono President Mahama ne party na nkasa no asa wunhu omo ne omo ye adwuma asa Nigeria fo nkwa no ne omo ye adwuma o sisi a wonte ono nkasa ne party nkofo ne kranka. What is this? So inti media me I believe say empanimfo ne mfra no omo ne nkasa no omo sa nkofo mienu we resign immediately no yempe Ghana for ombetimi omo qualified to do the job ne mfama wo. Simple, media me no. Or yes, I did na any problem be a bit. Aye.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Mr. Kwame.
Yeah, Rush. In fact, I'm losing my train of thoughts, but actually, I would like to pass a little advice to Joy FM. They should make sure that next time any of their hosts is going to host a program regarding this Igbo criminal, they should make sure they do not step on the toes of the Ghana authority. You, that guy who was hosting the program, I noticed you had an account name. So, Hene. Emma order Otunfo ana Ochehene ana said Doma Hene. Emma
Mr. Kwame.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you. But you see, this is what will make a Ghana person sitting behind watching that news will pick the camera, call on the presenters tribe. Because
Exactly.
your chief who
Would you
ordered
be
for
happy?
something like this, would you have had the guts to come on TV? Authority of, it's just sad.
Exactly.
Yeah, please go on.
You understand? So Joy FM, this is their last time they will ever make that mistake. Next time, whatever that people come to the studio and come and do, it will be nobody's business. It will be their own fault. And then I want to speak to the police and the immigration. Please act on the communique that Dr. Ayariga has passed to you people. He's speaking in the name of all Ghanaians. We said we do not want that Igbo criminal on our soil anymore. He's been given 3 weeks to leave. Please, you guys, police, immigration, do your job. Even if it's a Ghanaian citizen, revoke it. And there's basis for you to revoke his passport because he himself has admitted he can't speak a single Ghanaian language. And for you to become a Ghanaian citizen, it says that you have to be able to speak at least one Ghanaian language. So that means he got his passport through a dubious way. If you are not able to speak any Ghanaian language, how then did you get a Ghanaian passport? That means there's grounds for canceling that passport. And even because he has adopted kingship upon himself and using that title to, dupe people, defraud people in the name of being the king in Ghana, which is against our law, that alone too is a crime. And because of that, we do not want him on our soil. We do not want such criminals to be role leaders, role models in our country. No, these are not the kind of people we want leading Igbos on our soil. We don't want that criminal in Ghana. They should do their job, the immigration and police. Please, don't let us do it ourselves from the 17th. You guys, you have the authority and the power. Escort that guy peacefully and safely out of the country. If his wife and children want to follow, they can go. Already they are Nigerian. I watched a video just shortly, Ghana-Nigeria match about 2-3 years ago. They were all supporting Nigeria. So they are Nigerians. Let them go. Let them follow their father. We do not want to take the law into our hands. So please, the police, I am appealing to you. The immigration, I am appealing to you. Please, do your jobs. Escort the man peacefully out of Ghana. Or else, nobody can guarantee the man's safety after the 17th. He has provoked us to the extent that things have come to a head now. To rule a line underneath the whole thing, the head of the snake has to be cut. Mr. Ehianatu, listen to what Dr. Ayariga said. I know you are a very pompous, arrogant person. I give you that. But do not provoke Ghanaians. We said we do not want you on our soil. Listen and then leave. Thank you, Rash.
All right, thank you. Okay, Mr. Ben.
Hi,
Hello,
Raj.
Mr. Ben.
Hi, Raj. I think what I was going to say is what my senior brother just said. My first one, again, it goes to Mr. Eze Chukwude Hinetu, what ambassador, whatever. He's got so many titles that um, I don't even know what to add anymore. Now, the thing has become serious. Um, Dates have been set, and I feel at this point, when the issue came up and authorities, I believe Okujato Ablokwa or someone was saying that it was a storm in a teacup. A storm in a teacup, really, is not what we're seeing now. Dates have been set, and if it was, Warfront would say that arsenals have been made ready to be deployed. So I will urge the authorities, especially the immigration service and the Ghana police service, to immediately take action where laws have been broken. The actions that should be taken immediately, so that there will be peace. At least the ambassador can go back home and enjoy his retirement, or if he wants to move his business back home, let's just agree on the process for this to happen. It shouldn't get to a point where what do you call, the public will need to execute what the police or the immigration service should be doing. Let the right people do the right job, so that there will be peace and this case will be brought to an end. The other thing I wanted to say, obviously, regarding the second topic, has to do with our government. I feel it's about time that we start looking at people's capability and the laws, instead of looking at what one has, what relations or what ties one has with people in power. And as a result, they get to hold certain positions. It doesn't work. It won't work, and it has never worked. So let us try and do things right. If people or institutions have taken any thing that has resulted in them being compromised, they should work on it. They should make things right, because if they don't, it will catch up with them. People who are selected should be selected because they have what it takes to do the job, and by doing so, everybody will be happy. We need patriotic people, people who hold Ghana at heart. It's not just people who have divided attention. Putting these guys there, right? They may, everybody likes good job. They like good roles. When you put them there, they might think that they want to help the country. But when it gets to a point where a decision has to be taken, and it has to do with choosing between the two, I bet you that blood is thicker than water. They will choose their nation of birth. So let us have the right policies in place to ensure that people who are serving in critical positions in government are scrutinized and selected based on those policies, so that we wouldn't have to go through all these unnecessary. Well, it's necessary we talk about it. These hassles, and that's what I have today.
All right,
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Mr. Kansi, before you come in, I'd like to read some comments, and this is coming from Daniel Ampofo. Says, just remember that. Just remember that in the Ghana Constitution, there is a citizens arrest clause So if the ruling elite and security agencies are not doing the job, Ghanaians can do that. Oh, really?
This is exactly what I was saying. That I hope it doesn't come to that. You know, the police and the immigration, they need to do their jobs. They need to quickly go and speak to the guy to start parking before the 17th.
Okay.
Oh,
Eric Adepa says, Ghana youth, this is the time we should vote these two parties out of power. This is the solution. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, where he,
But you just drink water.
Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, I believe he's crying. I believe he's crying. What a waste. Ghana for let's vote them out. Okay. The African ambassador. Now I know that most Ghanaians are judgmental and emotional. You judge someone based on him and his family supporting a national team. Oh, Ghana. I think he's saying this with regards to what you said concerning when the Igbo came and the case were choosing between Ghana and Nigeria. And they even choosing Nigeria wasn't the problem. What the Igbo can even said, the so-called Igbo can even said.
Have you seen a shining black star?
Yes. Have you ever seen a black star that shines?
Star shine.
And this is the country
foolish man will throw you out by this, you know.
Rash, stop referring to him as Igbo King. Refer to him, he's an ordinary person. He's not an Igbo King. Stop doing that reference.
He's a criminal.
So, Madam Vic, you came in very late. We were just signing out. But I'll give Mr. Charles time to give me, and then I'll come to you to conclude everything, okay?
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Charles.
Okay. Mr. Kakrami one say, Mr. Mahama, or can say or Babe review the constitution, which is very good. But ye wonyama bebre wo honuma enu hu hia enu nu say nu obetimi ahwe nu. But concerning the trade GIPC we nu bia osi oba be hwe enu nu. Me feel say ka ehu hia so obetachi enu because several leaders have come and they see that it will not help. So they didn't touch it at all. So there are other ones that you can touch. Something like your friend Bibi, there was Kabia ministers who yet me the mom, your friend, you read Peter with S. Gracia. Sa sikani sa nyamanunu anka odi free honuma anka mi ebe mi de. Because here ye war amanoni no enye yenti na brofo besisa omumla ebe favor ye omumla no esi ho ubetime diso a na we diso untimi diso a enu de se owu besisa bibia and omu sisa bibia ebe bo omu enti that is adiba kwan pese minka. Secondly, amafrafo a omo bagana sebi omo she na nye Ghana for ye the juicy contract emo omo ye what the same people ye what Ghanaians who are competent betima ye saa de no edi oman beko enim no na ya jai sankrofo ni nyina aseni sen mintias ye na de bia yenuanom alatafo de bia yenuanom alata de pote kra na wo ye na alatafo ntem ye panyifo no omu nkyerɛkyerɛ mu nkyerɛ yen Ghana ye hu ye hu anu afi de wako sisa Africa asem abetu uhuso ebe den no betima ye successful me dem me feel say Africa be year. Say emre nu duru a yankasa ye be hu signs and wonders nu say sesia no emra du say ye nyina ye nkambom because ye ni ye nyina ya ye baako ba nye say ye de ye kɔ ye nim na bi mu ko akire na bi mu wo akire na ye see ye nyina ye bekambom. No, it doesn't work like that. There are a lot of European countries they are also in Europe, but they are not part of the EU wenu because criteria ya set say obian drew ansa na obe joining union no. Debre omo draw enti no. Enti say ye wo bibi ye nya latafo no ye draw line no na omo hu say there be na se sana e be ko no dia ende ye say ye nkasa ye kro no. Enti bisu kakra mi woni mi da masi.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, Madam Vic.
Yes, I'm sorry I'm late. Yeah. I mean, what do you want me to comment on? You had quite a lot going on. I was late.
So we touched on two issues. That's Dr. Hassan Ayariga giving the Igbo king the ultimatum, I think on the 17th of next month to leave the country, and the newly appointed Nigerian Yoruba man, as Ghana's ambassador to UAE.
Yeah. Regarding Dr. Ayariga, good evening. No, anyway, good evening, everybody. Sorry,
good evening.
Good evening.
I had a little bit something to do. Regarding Dr. Ayariga, I believe Ghanaians should support Dr. Ayariga. Dr. Ayariga so far has shown that he has Ghana at heart. I can tell you from what I've seen from both our political parties, they don't have Ghana at heart. I believe that most of them, they come into politics simply for what they can get personally for themselves and their families. Because they don't come to politics to build the ordinary Ghanaians up. They do not come into politics. That's why they're so eager to give contrast to foreign nationals, as one of our brothers just said. Because with a foreign national, they could go and stipulate the whatever it is they want from the contract and it will be given. But the Ghanaian might be difficult, not unless the Ghanaian is as crooked as they are. That is why they are so eager to look outside instead of look within. As I'm saying with Dr. Ayariga, and the youth of Ghana have to understand that man is speaking for them. He's the only politician that's come out speaking for them. So they should listen to him carefully. They should question him. They should find out if there's something that he's doing that they don't like. They should make him aware. So maybe A, B, C, D, we're not happy. And as you go forward, build with him. Because these two political parties, they've been in power for quite considerable time. Has Ghana developed? Kumasi Accra Road, they've not even built it. Kumasi Takoradi Road, they have not, Kumasi Accra Takoradi Road, they've not built it. Accra Flower Road, they are building it now, but it's in pieces. They build here and live here. Where have they developed? Our railways, when it was left, I remember as a child, I used to go on railway journeys, and I really used to love it. Where are our railways? They hide behind politics, use our tribes to fight against each other, so that gives them a chance to win power. They don't have the nation Ghana at heart. If they do, they would have moved the country forward better than they have done. If you look at any history of governments, like say in Malaysia, Singapore, you just read their history, how they developed their country. They had patriotic people who came in for the sheer purpose of moving their country forward and lifting their people out of poverty. Tell me which of these two political parties is doing that or have done it. Tell me. It will be difficult to find. But in the meanwhile, once they get into power, within a short time, you see themselves very rich. Fantastically rich, and to Ghana youth, I'm telling you, listen to Dr. Ayariga, listen to him, work with him. If the man believes, from what he knows, that's why he's speaking. If the Ghana authorities, the security, the immigration, apparently this man has been on their radar all the while. Why are they all pampering him? So if Dr. Ayariga wants to go and make citizens arrest, within our laws and our customs, and you can make citizens arrest. Even in Ghana, you can have a bravo go and do, and fear can send people to arrest people, if you all know that. If somebody is causing mayhem, in the community, no, and if you can send the abrafo to go and arrest that person, it's there within our tradition law. And we had our traditions and custom before all this so-called democratic, the thieving democracy now they're practicing in Ghana or in Africa. It's a thieving democracy. What is it developing? Once they win power, who do they listen to? They don't listen to anybody. Once they come lie to you, get into power. Once they get into power, do they listen to the Ghanaians? No, the youth are still struggling. I heard one of our brothers talk about they want to look at the constitution and the GMRPC laws. And you cannot create job for your people. First of all, any nation, before they relax their rule or make a law, when does they have a job that's in excess, that they're not getting the people within their community to do or their country to do, that is when they open up and they say, okay, we'll take X amount of people. People that come and do the job that is available that maybe their indigenous will not do or cannot do, or they don't have the expertise. But you in Ghana, you cannot provide jobs for the youth. The youth cannot rent. Recently, I read a comment somewhere that President Mahama had a conversation with the Kenyan president, talking that he was amazed that Kenya is building affordable housing for their people. So the president was amazed. Now, if you read the comments that the Kenyans were making, first of all, they were deriding our president. They were questioning Ghanaians, our intelligence for voting this money. That's the Kenyans, so it's not coming from Ghanaians. This is because of the sheer fact that our president went and asked.
Is it something very recent?
Very recent. I should have sent it to you, but sometimes when you read something, I'll look for it and see if I can find it. I'll send it to you. Just go and read the comment. You cry for Ghana. The Kenyans were asking the intelligence of the Ghanaians to vote for such a man to come and ask their president how to build affordable housing for your people. A country that produces gold. We are number one gold producers in Africa now.
Charlie.
We are Ghana for these people. The Kenyans were directing and laughing at us. They were laughing at him and they were laughing at us. You go and ask about how to build affordable housing when your youth cannot afford to rent in your cities, and in the meanwhile you're packing in foreigners. It's diplomatic. They are hiding behind diplomacy. They deal with them and they hide behind. They come and use fancy words, diplomacy. It's nothing about diplomacy. It is all about their personal interest. So you, the Ghanaian, you do not rise up. Rise up and take what is yours, sir. It's up to you. What was the second one again? Otherwise, I'll go on. Remind me of the second one.
Yes,
the ambassador.
Yeah, the ambassadorial issue.
Yeah, I mean, these people, to me, this Yoruba man, apparently he wasn't born in Ghana.
Ah, wow, look at that.
That's what I read. And somebody was in your comment making that. No, that one I read somewhere, but somebody was in your comment making that he's related to. Yeah. So is that where we got to? You give positions to people based on their competency, based on the fact that they are loyal. Because ambassadorship, you have to be loyal. There is a problem with even with the Korean man. He's a Korean man. You send him to Korea. Come on now. Blood is sicker than water. You think if there's really something? I know say Korea and Ghana have quite a good relationship going on. But say there's something really critical. You think he's going to do it in favor of Ghana? A Korean man, an ambassador to Korea? What is wrong with these people? And regarding this Yoruba man, you also send him to UAE, where it is reported many occasions that Nigerians are there using Ghanaian passport.
Yes.
So
many of them.
It's like deliberate.
This man is going to be the facilitating for them. I mean, you call this man. First of all, you have to question the people that are leading us. Do they have even loyalty to the nation Ghana? They don't. Any Ghanaian that will sit there and believe these people have loyalty to Ghana, all of them, no. It's all about their personal interest. Nana Addo came and opened the borders when he was leaving. I also saw some foolish Nigerian claiming that he's half Nigerian, half Ghanaian with their fake, they're always being fake. When I want to tell half, what is half Nigerian? Shut up. Anyway, he's saying that why did Ghana give citizenship to the African Americans? Do they speak Ghanaian language? What kind of nonsense is that? African Americans The African Americans have land in Africa.
Okay. You saw that in the comment section, right?
Sorry, and I was filming. That's why even prompted me to say, "Oh, let me see if I can catch you." And then, fortunately, you haven't finished your program. The African Americans have land in Ghana. You Nigerians, Yoruba, you have your land. Hausa have their land. Igbo have their land. This is our little land that we have as a Ghana. When you have Briswa, and we have corrupt leaders.
Let me read the comments you were talking about, so they will get
okay.
It. It's coming from the Nigerian guy. That's the African ambassador. I said, so all the Americans you give citizens to, because become Ghanaians. Can they speak any Ghanaian language like Twiga and other?
You see, you have to even question his level of intelligence to ask such a stupid question.
Yes.
At the end of the day, African Americans are different. If you look at the history of Africa, we all know what happened with them. So they're a different category. But you people, you are sitting a day drive away. You come and sit in Ghana. You claim you sat there for how many years, and you cannot even speak a language. And then no nation in this world will give you their citizenship if you cannot even express yourself well in your language, you know. No nation will do that. So why is Ghana giving? Why do you Nigerian if you want a Ghanaian citizenship in the first place anyway? Because for me, as a Ghanaian, I would not even wish or dream to go and get Nigerian citizenship.
You know something. A chance on a live, some Nigerians were hosting, and apparently they were very happy. They were happy that, currently like US has taken off the ban or restriction on Ghana, and now it's like we are back to the normal, inter relations, with America. That we are going to be, Ghanaians can now be issued 5 years visa and all that. And these Nigerians were in the live jubilating over that. What is your interest in Ghana? Meaning they are happy Ghana is now back, in good terms with America, and now going to be getting the 5 years visa, so they can take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Yeah,
so
you are right. That's the only interpretation I will put on it as well. That why are you sitting in Nigeria, be happy that Ghana has struck a diplomatic relation, a deal with America? Would you even the circumstances that even struck the deal, that's even not good for Ghana in the first place anyway? Why are you then sitting in Nigeria happy about that? If you don't have any intention about infiltrating our system to get our passports, Ghana niggas say, "I won't change your Ghana and pay for they don't have any love for that nation that they are leading called Ghana. Nigerians are only interested in Pan-Africanism when they are out of their country. When they're in their country, they don't talk about Pan-Africanism. As Ghanaian politicians are sitting in Ghana talking about Pan-Africanism. Nigerians are only talking about Pan-Africanism when you watch them. You're only interested in Pan-Africanism when they are in another man's country causing trouble, and then when they call out now, you try to get, we are all one Africa, we are brothers and sisters. Ghanaian, get into your head. Your brothers and sisters are in Togo, and Burkina, and Nigeria. They are not in Nigeria. They are not in Nigeria. Get into your head and stop that. And then again, which continents in the world that have come there and says they're going to have one big continent, one president, one this is all bullshit, because they don't know their job, they don't know what they're doing, so they're using that as a cover. Manuesi, Makasama,
all right.
Yeah, Rush. Yeah, let me ask one question. Is it possible that we can send petitions to embassies in Ghana to inform them what Nigerians are doing, so that they will, allow Ghanaians to work in their embassies to tell them who is real Ghanaian and Nigerian, so that they will stop using our passport? I think we have to do that.
That's a good idea.
But don't you think they are already aware of all this? That's the question.
Yeah, so when we give them the petition, I think that one will be more. What do you think? Because sometimes it, but they want people to come forward and tell them like that. So we can send the petitions to them And tell them
Yeah,
that
so
they are using Ghanaian passport to travel. Then when they go and commit criminal activities with our passport. So they should get Ghanaians to, work with them and tell
yeah,
them who
Sister
is a
Angie,
Ghanaian. Yeah.
Sister Angie, Unim, there are a lot of Ghanaians working with the embassies, but embassies no one. Unya drew up akwa bibi ki say eye juma omuye. Enti se wo be from na wo timi di emra no so wo hodum a omu be pam o. Wahu. Enti no matter what, any black Ghana ni bia o di be ko sa embassy ni ye be hye no so saa obedi emra a ewo ho no so no, but die ewo ho ni say e say enya investigative journalist onam saa sumase na ɔhwɛ saa nneɛma no ɛnu na me feel sɛ ɛbɛboa because obiara pɛ sika nti ɔmo nya kɔduru hɔ pɛ ɔkɔ akɔyɛ ne sika wɔn ɛnu
And I
problem
say, yes, it's a passport application process. No?
yes
You know, you need to be there with both parents or sibling or something. You know, you need to, somebody has to second for you. You can't just go there and simply.
But that is the law, and that is the rule. Somebody has to second for you. Somebody has to vouch for you. And if the person is found to be lying, it's even under prosecution, can go to 5 years in prison for that. But as you said, they do it all underground.
Exactly.
You see, it's the people working within the system that's destroying everybody. If they
charging 100 CDs, 100 CDs for birth certificates.
If Ghana collapses, let me tell you, the people they are collapsing the institutions. First of all, the politicians, then the immigration, the police, the passport office, and the National Security Service. Then those 5 institutions.
And the landlords, the greedy landlords.
And the general public as well.
Exactly.
But do you know, right now, Nigerians bringing their children to Ghana and try to do fake birth certificates and change their children names to be Ghanaian names. Do you know that?
Yeah, giving them Kojo Olusengu, stuff like that. Kwabna.
Kwame Chukwude, this and that.
Exactly.
Exactly. So that time will come. Their children are going to fight our children and say they are from Ghana. So they have to work on that one too.
What you have to ask yourself, what is the real motive behind our politicians that they knowing all these things going on, they are not putting a stop to it? At the moment, the Ghanaian children have not got placement. Or you see them, hundreds of them gang up there, their parents screaming. They've been giving their students in Boniga while they're living in Kumasi. Their student, and then there's some foolish regional minister was telling them, well, if you're, it's like basically go and find a place for a child to stay if you want, because they are not going to change it. And in the meanwhile, Nigerians are infiltrating the system whereby Ghanaians, our hard-working mothers and children in our villages, planting and growing cocoa, mining, our oil, and all these people working to bring in their taxes so that the government can use. We are using it to raise Nigerian children in our schools, while Ghanaian children, hundreds of them are sitting at home. Now the parents don't know what to do with them. What kind of people are they? And you Ghanaian, you sit there and you go and vote for these evil people. Our politicians, they are just evil.
You know what's going on in South Africa right now? So apparently the South Africans have discovered that some of the South Africans try taking their kids to school, then only for them to realize or to be told, oh, the school, so we can't accept your word. Then they send them back, send them to another school, and it goes on like that. So the Ocean the team took it upon themselves, went to each and every school, asking of documented students in those schools. And can you imagine that when the kids were about 600 and something, and 300 were undocumented kids. Wow. But foreigners, undocumented, and they got an African who tried taking his case there, and they couldn't, accept their case because they said the place was full. So they got there only for them to realize half of the students in that school were undocumented illegal immigrants. So now they are chasing, now their operation is they are chasing each and every student out of their schools, just like they did to regards to their hospitals. So that's what
we need to implement the same thing in Ghana.
In South Africa, people don't understand what is going on in South Africa, why the people are so angry. Apparently, about 60% of their youth are unemployed. Is that healthy for a nation? 60% of the South African youth are unemployed. Again, I believe this. What kind of leaders are these people?
Just say, I passports no crano. Omo issue ma. Let them put their name. Say I'm a Nigerian holding a Ghanaian passport. That's how it's supposed to be. Don't give them our names. Huh? Hey, Semni, Ejimi Fobi will be Ghana. Oh,
Nigerians are coming to Ghana to give birth now.
I think we will have to tackle this issue in the next slide. So let me read some comments. Yeah, let me read some comments. Well, this comment is coming from Farouk Mumpini. He says African Ambassador Channel. African Ambassador Channel or whatever. Allow Ghanaians to speak because we are furious with what's happening in Ghana. The leaders are selling the future of the country, and you say what? Okay, Daniel Ampofo says, so the fact is Nigerians are very good in conning politicians with lots of financial favors, and this comes as a hindrance.
yeah. So I look see that yesterday, a doctor, Ayariga fine because Dr. Ayariga when you see how they buy a campaign. If you don't have money, don't come and stand for. That's it.
No, if you don't have Ghana at heart, Ghana first. If you are not prepared to deport all the illegal immigrants, don't come and stand for elections.
Yeah, Farouk Mumpini says one problem is the president Mahama is overestimating himself. He thinks he is a Kwame Nkrumah reincarnate, but that will be his downfall. We will be waiting. Okay.
Kwame Nkrumah, what he did, me, I don't support segregation. What Kwame Nkrumah was doing, Kwame Nkrumah did not left Ghana behind and took care of other country people. No, that's not what he did. So he's not doing what Kwame Nkrumah did. If he wants to imitate Kwame Nkrumah, he should learn very well. That is not how Kwame Nkrumah did. Nonsense.
Okay. From that seems to be the only person who understands how. Hold on. Dr. Hassan Ayariga seems to be the only person who understands how politics in Ghana and the world works. Okay. And Francis Blankson says, Mahama is not a true Ghanaian. This Gonja man has siblings in Nigeria. I think we made a big mistake voting for him. Voting for Mahama.
Very big mistake.
Okay.
Wolf in sheep's clothing.
Okay, he's responding to Daniel Ampofo's comment. He says, I agree with you 100%. Yes. Place of birth country. That is what happens if you realize and you obtain the host nation's passport. I have my place of birth as Ghana. Okay.
Yeah, we all do.
Okay, I think somebody is back.
No, let me just say something. Regarding, say, in the European community, you have French and German, and they move into each other's country. But let me tell you one thing: they would hardly would they get the nationality from that other country.
Never.
They don't do it. They don't do that. If a France moved to Germany, he just say he's French living in Germany. He obtained the documentation that he needs if it's regard. And even when within the European Union, when you move from one country to the other, there has to be a job or there has to be a family relationship. Maybe you are married and you're moving in to live with your partner. Yeah. But even then, you still hold your nationality. All you need to do is just get documentation to support you to live and work there. If you are not working there, you have to leave. If you commit a crime in that country, you serve your sentence, they'll deport you. They don't just say that because they don't do that, They don't just joke with their laws. So these Nigerians sitting there, we are all ECOWAS. ECOWAS doesn't permit you to move yourself to go and deposit yourself in another ECOWAS country. ECOWAS say 90 days, whatever you're doing, do it and finish and get out. That's what ECOWAS says.
Okay.
That's the basic idea of ECOWAS.
They are invaders.
Almost a higher penalty.
Francis Kodia says a second with the lady, we should petition the embassies to allow Ghanaians interview applicants to know if he or she is a Ghanaian. It's the best thing to do and should be taken seriously. Okay. I'm deciding with
your passport because Mahama said that one was shut up What's it?
Because at some point the Ghanaian passport was around 40 something, in the world, the Ghanaian passport at some point. At the moment it's around 67 or 60 something. At the moment.
79 countries visa free.
I know, not the visa free one. I'm talking in the position in the world.
Oh, in the world, okay.
Position, yes, we were around 40 something some years ago. I don't remember, but we were in the 40s. We were under 50. If you count from 1 to say 100, all the value for Ghana was between the 40s and the 50s. Currently, now we are hovering between 60 and 70. We've gone back, and as we don't tighten up very soon, our passport will become persona non grata, like their passport is. And everywhere you go, you'll be scrutinized or checked, or you'll be bounced. And these people doing it, that's beyond that.
All right, let me take the last comment from the African ambassador. It is from Igbo to Yoruba ambassador. What's all this, my fellow Ghanaians?
You should shut up. He said fake. He's not Ghanaian. You see, that's what they do. Fake. Yeah, be proud of who you are. You are not Ghanaian. Clear off.
Don't mind
it. This is where we draw the curtains and we'll continue the conversation in the next live section.
I'm taking your time.
Thanks to the viewers. Thanks.
A country of 300 million elects an old fool, old criminal as their president.
Country of 300 million. In a country of 32 million.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The president is Bella Blue.
All right, so bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Rash. Bye-bye, everyone.